up now. Here's an update. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stay. I'm finna give it a good shot with my case. She want the Mew Mew. She want the EJ. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a band on a band-aid. Thinking I miss, baby, is a mistake. I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rep if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby, I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that dun. Yeah, new house in the hills. Fine, waiting for me down in Brazil. 5, had to go on for the kill. It's 5 plus 8, you know the deal. It's a skinny leg legend. Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him. I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the other Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna stop and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the fight down. I need that.
As an immigrant, came into this country, adapting it every day, the language barrier, the culture barrier, everything, but you have to face it. I've been working my butt off, you know?
I was named after my grandfather, so I can't put shame to the name I'm proud of. If they it up correct, don't treat your family with honor. I don't care if it's easy for the barista, I promise. Yeah, me and my dad on the beach, he passed it to my sis while our toes touch the sea. I hope you hating get to do the same. 730 days and 32 new grades. That album got me stressed, I tune it like T-Pain. Yeah, I got the keys and these got keychains. They keep taking shots, but they missing, they need aim. Cop the shit. But you better bundle up, cause it's a cold game.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, McCord. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, It's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cardinals at 500, sitting at 5-5. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Check 58.
Now Smith. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Operating from the gun, McCord. That's caught, Puka Nacua. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
on first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal from the 3.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. McCord to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Here we go, set. Bring it. Check up.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Operating from the gun, McCord. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jamar Chase
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Jags take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Smith. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Hey, we're going to run.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, here we go. Get in, get it up. We're good. There we go, sit up.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Geno now to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. There's a nice move. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Middle. Hey, here we go, hey. Good shot.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. You ready to sit? Tuesday.
Now Smith. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
From the gun, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another Cardinals. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Johnson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8.
Looking to throw.
McCord. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCord. And that is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete on a deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's Hill, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Smith.
They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be
third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go, set. Go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
A loss of 6 yards. 3 and out.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
They'll give this to Achane. And he's got room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Here's Smith. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Another Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Gino. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
Smith now to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Smith. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. Smith throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Nico Collins as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it.
And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd and 9 now. They'll find McMillan here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 1.
Operating from the gun, McCord.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. McPherson now for the extra point.
Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Smith. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And going deep for Hill.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Hey, here we go. Hey, go flip her up. Flip her up. Do that shit. Hook.
Throwing now is Geno. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There we go, sit on. 390%. 13X.
They snap it to Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Smith.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Running left, Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here we go, hey. Middle.
Out of the gun, Smith.
Got an open man, finding Hill on the comeback route. 7 5 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Here's Smith. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
Here we go, here we go. Green line, you set.
Now it's Smith. He'll complete this one to Collins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jonathan Grenard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Gino now to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
13 next.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. George Karlaftis in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, McCord. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey. Green on your set.
Achane on the counter.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
This one left side caught by Collins. And the Cardinals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Achane is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cards have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Cardinals 21. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close. One-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Operating from the gun, McCord.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
These guys, sir, they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
48 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing is Smith. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Hey, here we go, hey.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the first down, but it winds up paying for it pretty good. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
There we go, Sonoma.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
48-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Smith. Now he pulled in downfield by Collins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Smith to throw. That'll be caught by Hill. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Smith's going to throw it. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Cardinals 28.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2. Looking to throw. McCord. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Hill to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's 1st and 10.
13 there. There we go.
Now it's Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Check 59, check 59, cover.
Smith now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
49, flip it off, 49. Here we go. 396.
Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
36 yards.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Hey, here we go, hey. Good shot. Check 58.
Back to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
He's back to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they start plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Lion. Here we go. Here we go, nigga, set.
They'll look to throw.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Slow ball.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds.